Someone check, make sure we're like going on YouTube. My phone's about dead. Oh, comes here. Oh, we are here. It's so weird seeing yourself on a delay. Oh, and then you hear yourself and you're like, oh my gosh. Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
Lisa's here too. Lisa's coming. Oh, this is going to get good. Hey, welcome everyone to another episode of Sharing the Magic. Tonight, we're going to do something interesting. We don't have a typical guest like usual, but I love stories, and I don't know about you all. I hope you love stories. We say this on this podcast all the time. Story shapes our lives. And so we're going to talk about stories, and we may, for all of you who are listening in, I may have a bedtime story for a hard for this Memorial Day weekend. I may have a story for us all to let you ease in and to have the best sleep of your life. That's not true because I'll be doing Goofy's voice, but I want to welcome our guests. Welcome everybody. Let's do our usual go through. Okay. Angela, how are you, Angela?
Hey, everybody. This is Angela. I am coming to you from a rainy Memphis area, but I'm excited to hear some great stories tonight.
I'm just going through. There's no hierarchy here. I'm just going through what's on my screen. Jackson. Hi, Jackson.
Oh, hey, how's it going? I'm out in Idaho, but I'm excited to talk about stories and stuff tonight. It's gonna be a fun time.
Oh, it just switched. So Lisa's next.
Oh, wow, it switched. Okay. Hi, I'm Lisa. I'm from Central Florida. It's still a little sunshiny here, so but nice and warm today in the 90s. And I'm super excited to be here tonight. Especially I had to look up a couple of the books because I recently moved to Florida and I don't have any of the kids' books at all anymore, but I know the kids' books that we used to have. So
Okay. Venerina, hi.
good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you too.
Hi, I'm joining in from Florida. I'm in near Daytona Beach and it's been raining all day, but I'm excited for tonight. We're doing
What
something
a
new.
what a good time if it's rainy outside, Sunday evening. Good time for a story, I think. All right. Let's talk about stories. All right. We talk about movies all the time. We talk about media. So here's one thing that I do. People that watch the podcast know I love doing voices. I love, as you'll see in a minute, I just love character acting. I love hearing. But I also love reading. And I grew up in the 80s and the 90s, and I remember books like this. This is what we will be reading a little bit later. Goofy Goes to the Supermarket. Thick, just giant novel. No, it's just like a few pages. But I remember these stories. I remember just hearing them and these stories being part of my life. And now that I'm older, what I love to do is to remember I collect these and I hope to bring them back to life a little bit. Through I'm part of what's called like the Donald Duck Project, and my friend Justin does the same thing. So he will take like old Donald Duck comics, and he'll do all his Donald stuff, and he'll be like, "Hey Jeff, you want to?" It's like a comic dub, and I'll do Goofy. Why there, Donald? and it's just but it's there. It's preserving these old comics that mean a lot to people. And so, I don't know, I thought it'd be fun tonight just to talk about stories, to talk about whatever story it is. It doesn't even have to be a book, whatever. If you can't remember what sort of books you grew up with, whatever. But let's start. I don't know even how to start this, but raise your hand or just go off on a tangent. Does anybody have sort of a book or a sort of a narrative or a story that you remember as a kid just really making a difference in your life? Lord, does anybody have a story? Okay, Go ahead.
I always have a story. Most of you that know me know that I can talk. So, wait a minute, why are you laughing? Anyways, so two things like this is like where my passions collide because I used to be um within special ed leadership and even like within our state of Indiana. And time spent reading is the best predictor of success for students. So that is one of the things that I'm passionate about, whether it's reading auditorily or verbally. So, as many of you know, I adopted a whole house full of kiddos. And reading has always been, and storytelling has been huge. Even when the kids couldn't read, a lot of times they would beg me to come tell stories. And oftentimes they were about Disney, as I'm sure you are surprised. But one of the stories that I wanted to mention tonight was not even a story that I gave. Um, my kids and I were sitting at Cinderella Castle. The way that we would do things so that everyone was comfortable, we'd have a towel set out. Everybody would have their snacks. So we were the family that had 5 kids. So, you know, I brought snacks in with me because to feed that army for an entire day is a lot. But my kids also had their headphones on because we were waiting on parade and fireworks. The fireworks were going to be too loud. And my one son was, kind of pacing a little bit. My other son was kind of feeding it off of that. And so a Disney cast member came over and told us a story. This cast member went on to later be a ambassador for Disney, Nathaniel Palma. We have some pictures of this, in fact. He came over and was talking to the boys and proceeded to tell them an elaborate story of how that, he could tell that my one son, who was dressed up as Goofy, that was his favorite character. Yeah. And so he said, I'm going to tell you guys this, but no one else knows this. But Goofy is here right now. He's the one that lets off all the fireworks. And so they both, oh, so they had a million questions that built from that. And like he continued to embellish the story. They continued to input in the story. So just that little story about Goofy being the one to set off the fireworks. He has to get there early, has to make sure everything's ready, and he wants to make sure that they have the best time. And like it was perfect. Like it made
Well, I gotta get there on time.
So
Fireworks.
so that's exactly it. They could totally hear Goofy, this is his role. He can't mess this up. This is going to be so big.
Yeah.
So, but that was a story. I mean, I always told stories too. Like I would tell stories, but then I also, one of the books that I always used, I had to look it up. There was a Princess Bedtime Stories. It was like 5-minute stories for the girls. And then there was another just bedtime favorites that I would read with any of the kids. But they were just 5-minute stories. If I didn't have a story that I was making up about, Ariel losing her favorite bracelet and having to find it in the sand and, all these crazy elaborate stories, but we would tell stories and all the time. So
I love
that
it.
was it.
Do any of you have read? Well, I've spent time in libraries and librarians read to kids all the time, or if you're an educator or a teacher or you have kids on your own, do you have any special memories of reading a story to somebody else? Nobody. Maybe. Ooh, anybody here? Okay. So not okay. Well, that's okay.
I do, but I just talked.
No, I know. Well, guess what? Tonight, everybody, you're going to get to, because you're going to help me read to everybody else. So tonight is the night that we break that seal.
Tonight's the night. You get to hear us.
You're all in my little plan of reading, and we're gonna read this book together. Anybody else? Well, let's go real quick. Let's go Jackson real quick, and because Jackson, we talked beforehand, and he seemed like he had kind of an interesting response to the question that I just asked.
Yeah. So I asked, so my mom used to read me stories when I was young, like a good mom does. And none of them were Disney stories. And so I was like, what was like my first like Disney thing? And when I was a kid, I was a really big sci-fi guy. So I liked the original Star Trek movies and Star Wars stuff. And so I naturally just kind of ran into The Black Hole, which is an old Disney
There
film,
you go.
which they translated into a book. And so I haven't read this book, but I know it like word for word, like if it's exactly the same as the movie, which it is. Um, and if you haven't seen this movie, you should, but you shouldn't see it while you're sleepy because it's quite slow. But it's a really great movie and it's a very fascinating story, despite its low budget production. And I think that watching The Black Hole sort of birthed my interest in like and sci-fi, birthed my interest in like ambiance because so much of what the black hole is like the presence of the Cygnus, which is the ship, is they pull up and it's like this dark abandoned ship and it slowly lights up. And my favorite scene in that movie is they do this like 5 minute flyby of that ship and with this really iconic soundtrack which I own on vinyl. And I just enjoy that movie a lot for that reason. There's just a ton of like vibes and ambiance. And I think from there, my love of like the Disney parks kind of kept growing because I was already into them and I already loved them. And so I sort of learned about several things that I liked, which was I love space, I love abandoned things, and I love ambiance. And so from those, like my three interests started.
That's good.
Which if you follow it, I kind of followed that vibe to Tower of Terror, because there's a very abandoned, ambiance heavy attraction right there. And so I started just getting into that and now that's actually what I'm studying is interior design.
Cool.
And so I just like love doing that. But I think this is like my a part of my genesis, if you will, is this book, is this story, which I love to death.
Yeah.
It's fascinating.
And what a great aesthetic. I like that.
Mhm.
Okay, I got to get my my laptop charger because oh, I forgot. I'll be right back. Let's go to Angela. Let's or well, I don't know, Venerina. Well, I don't know. One of you, just someone
I got it.
do your thing. Okay, all right.
I got it. So, as a kid, I never read the 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, but I loved going to Disney World, and riding in the submarines and doing the ride. Well, years later, as that went away, and fast forward once I had kids, and that's just a heavier story. It's something that kids don't get into until middle school or so. But then going to Disneyland, Jackson, you got me thinking about Disneyland and how excited I was to get back to Disneyland. And I was like, yes, they still have submarines. And I was so geeked to get there and then find out it was Nemo, which was still cool, but it did not have the blow them away kind of animatronic
The different tone.
underwater. Yes, it's a
Yeah,
very
different
different
tone.
tone. But I was still so excited to ride. And then when I was at Disneyland Paris, they did have a Nautilus attraction. So that was pretty cool also, because it made me think. I didn't read that book till way after high school. I was just kind of thumbing through it and going back through it like, why did I love that story so much? But it was all about getting in the attraction and going in the submarine and seeing the underwater animals and all of that kind of stuff. So that was kind of inspirational.
Okay. Venerina's back.
That was perfect timing.
I know. Yeah, I'm good like that. Venerina, okay, your turn. Stories.
I'm back. I'm trying to think. I mean, it feels like forever ago that I actually had an opportunity to read a book,
Oh.
just because I'm always so busy with school.
Well, you're in
And
luck
like
tonight.
the books I read are
You're in
books.
luck tonight.
So, I mean, I'm just like enjoying listening to everyone's stories. And most of the kids in my family are too little to read a book to, or too old to read a book to. So there's like no in between. But I do remember one of my favorite books, like that I would read in school. I liked reading the Winnie the Pooh stories.
Oh yeah.
And then I loved Cinderella because that's one of my favorite movies too.
Cool.
So
All right, Venerina, here's what you're gonna echo me, which you hear my echo. Click the little this thing and go to noise removal default on your audio. So left bottom, this little uppy arrow thing, and then where it says microphone modes, noise removal default. Just give it a shot. Unmute yourself. Because I'm going to
Okay.
need you. Okay,
Is
see? Yeah, it's good. Okay, I'm going to need you. All right, here's what we're going to do. This could be a whole blunder. This might just be cringy and awkward, but who doesn't need a bedtime story? You know, I want a bedtime story. I'm 41 years old. I don't know. I could use one. Anyways, I love these old Disney stories, and they're, for me, for somebody who actually, like, I love the voices, and these are fun, and I want to preserve them. And this is something sort of, I used to have a page called Goofy Stories where I used to take, and I still do, take these old kind of goofy books, you know, children books, and I want to preserve them. And so Disney, I'm sorry. Bill Farmer, I love you. I idolize you. Sorry for trashing your voice and being a dupe, but here we go. This will be fun. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start this. I'm going to try my best to share it with you all, and for our listeners, get in your PJs, calm down, get a drink, and snuggle up to something comfortable. Here's your bedtime story. It's called Goofy Goes to the Supermarket. And I'm going to stop randomly. I'm going to have you all help me out. Be like, should I do it this way or that way? It'll be fun. So if that's frustrating to the listeners, I'm sorry, but this is an in-process thing. I will have tomorrow, I'm gonna record and I'll put out something polished later. But for now, this is how it's gonna go. So Goofy's gonna go to the supermarket and make a meal for his friends. And I'm gonna be reading the narrator. Oh, the narrator. In a pseudo Pooh Bear. Okay, I can't do everything. My Pooh Bear is a work in progress, so don't think of it as Pooh Bear. It's just Pooh Bear-ish. Okay, here goes. No, it's going to start like this. This is Goofy. He's in the kitchen. It's going to start like this. No, Goofy said. I'll cook tonight. We'll ask some friends and for a bite. Mikey, Lenny, come and dine. We'll serve a meal. That's really fine. What do I have? No, he asked himself. And then checked out the cupboard shelf. No. No, he said. That's not enough. We'll have to go and buy some stuff. Should I screen share bigger? Okay. All right. Work in progress. Okay. All right. Is it me? Hey, why is Venarina here? Okay, hold on.
I'm here.
I know, but you're like, somehow you're the one that's... Okay. Oh, it's because I'm not even... Oh, you guys are... I still have you pinned. There we go. Okay. Did I say Mickey, Minnie, come and dine? I'll serve a meal that's really fine. Oh, yeah, I did. Okay, here it is. So Goofy's in the kitchen. Uh-oh. He needs to go to the store. Here he goes. Next scene. Let's see. Oh, he said. Well, I think I'll make a great dessert. Like layer cake, pie, and lobster. Some chicken, too. That really is a nice menu. Okay, this is the next scene. I'll check the cookbook. Oh, Goofy cried. Well, I think I'd like the chicken fried. This shopping list will help a lot. There's always something. Well, I forgot. Yeah. So Goofy's gonna go to the store. How y'all feeling? All right? Okay. I know it's an intense story thus far. Just want to make sure we're okay if we need a break. So Goofy's going to the store. No, the supermarket. No, that's not Pooh Bear. No, the supermarket was in town. He had the items all written down. Frozen foods are in this aisle. That freezer has a great big pile. Moving on. Oh, this is where it gets intense. No, poor Goofy's hand. No, it began to shake. They brought the wrong list. No, by mistake. There's nothing here that we can eat. 6 pairs of socks is not a treat. He's very distraught. So he's frantic. Goofy is. I'll buy the things I think I need. Oh, he checked the shelves with blinding speed. Then threw cans till the cart was full of every kind of vegetable. So Goofy's gonna come to a resolution. He's got this. I think I planned a little seafood dish. No, he said as he came, no to the fish. I'll cook a lobster. That's a cinch. One claw. Oh, it's back to the narrator. One claw was free and aimed a pinch. So look at there's the claw. It's gonna happen. Suspense is killing me, everyone. Oh, the pinch was hard. He leapt up high. He checked the fish as he went by. The fish just lay there on the ice. Wow! Said Goofy. That wasn't nice. I've gotta hurry, Goofy said. Where's the cereal and the bread? I need lettuce and tomatoes, watermelon and potatoes. It's getting all the food. The melon was very slippery. He lost his grip. It rolled free. It rolled and bounced across the floor and knocked down shoppers, by the score. And if you can't understand my Pooh Bear, here it is. If you guys are watching. By the score. Then Goofy said, I'll buy some cheese, some milk, and eggs. They're sure to please. And that's when the oil began to pour. It spilled out right across the floor. See the oil spilling. Uh-oh, can't be good. The shoppers all began to slide as they went on an oily ride. Screams and shouting filled the air. Carts were crashing everywhere. All through the store, the carts spun around, and fruit and juice bounced off the ground. Paper towels. My Pooh Bear's I'm getting Pooh Bear fatigued right now. No paper towels and tissues flew. Poor Goofy said, Wow! What did I do? Somebody's gonna have to take over the narrator for me in a second. I'm in a closet, it's like really humid in here. Oh, said Goofy. We'll need things to drink. The soda will be fine, I think. He did not notice, that his mop was toppling all. No, the soda pop. See, there's the soda pop. Oh, Goofy. The soda poured out in a stream as Goofy looked for some ice cream. He didn't stop. Instead, he said, "The ice cream case was just ahead." Now, I could do better, Goofy. "The ice cream case was just ahead." Retake. What else is there for me to get? Oh, he wondered why the floor was wet. The manager came down the aisle. Thank God I get to do a different voice in a minute. The manager came down the aisle. He weighed some bills. He did not smile. So, okay, unmute yourself. This is where I need help. Okay, this is the manager of the store. All right, this is choose your own adventure. Look at this guy. What voice? I could do like a Pete, like, "Hey you there, pal." Or I could be like a Wallace Shawn, like, gosh, what does he say? "Please leave at once. Play." Could be like, you want like a Pete?
Oh yeah, Pete.
All right.
Do the Pete.
All right. "Please leave at once," was what he said. "Why?" Goofy asked, and he scratched his head. "You've wrecked this place. Look at this mess. Here's $50 if you say yes." So he's giving Goofy $50. I feel like this is an old book. That's a pretty good $50 back in whenever this book was written. That's $50 is pretty good.
Dude, I'd take $50 now.
Yeah, right.
Shouldn't Goofy be paying him $50 for the mess?
No, they want Goofy to leave. He's like, "Get out of here. We'll give you money to leave our store." That's the, he's like, here's $50 if you say yes. Just get out of the store. You're causing a racket, Goofy. Okay, next page. I don't know if I'm doing a good job of sharing the pages. So if you're like, hey, I need to see it again, unmute yourself and just have me show you. This is interactive storytelling right here. Okay. So, all right, so it gives them $50. Here's $50 if you say yes. All right. You bet. Oh, said Goofy. I'm all done. In fact, this shopping trip was fun. It was very fun. I like very fun better. Might add that. The checkout corner was his goal. He had 4 carts in his control. So he gets $50, and apparently that is a good exchange. Look at what you could get for $50 back in whenever this book was written. I can't even buy a TV dinner for $50 these days. I DoorDash, and it's like, okay, anyways. I'm not bitter. Gosh, I got dessert. I got some meat. I got enough for 10 to eat. I'd like to shop here every day. Every day. I'm going to add some Bill Farmer flutter. Every day. Or else do they give cash away? I love that line. I'd like to shop here every day. Where else do they give cash away? It's kind of funny. So he's got his 4 carts for $50. Okay, here's where I need help, okay? There's a cashier, and she's going to say, "You must be starved." And I need one of you ladies to say, You must be starved. Come on, come on,
I
come
got
on.
it.
All right, just it could be in your own voice. I don't care. I just need help. This is the cashier. All right, so embody the character.
Oh, Goofy, you must be starved.
I like this. No, the cashier said. Okay, someone else, Lisa or Venerina, or why buy 20 loaves of bread?
Or why buy 20 loaves of bread?
Perfect. The registered flashed no dollar signs. While clerks lugged, I mean, you can tell me get fatigued, bags in long, long lines. They took his bag out to the car. So they're actually like helping Goofy, like, get out of here. We'll take your bags for you. Just leave, please. And didn't drop a single jaw. And this is where it says, goodbye, they said. So on the count of 3, all of us can say 1, 2, 3, goodbye. 1, 2, 3.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
They said, and they gave a cheer. You're the worst shopper of the year. Very mean. Don't be mean to Goofy. So Goofy's going back home. Wait, I don't know if I shared this good enough. Okay. So Goofy's going back home. He's going to make a meal for his friends. Though his car was full as he drove back. Well, I'm sure there's nothing that I lack. We'll hop right out and cook it fast. Then we'll eat a great repast. That word repast. I don't know that word very often.
Yeah. Me neither.
I haven't heard it in a while. Okay, so he's going, but now, Goofy has another problem. Oh, no! No, he said. How can this be? There's no good fast recipe. These things'll take 2 hours to bake. There's nothing quick that I can make. I would change that delivery, but whatever. Okay. There's nothing that I can make. I don't know. Whatever. Okay. We're on a time budget here, people. Oh yeah. No, just then he heard the doorbell chime. Ding dong. Lakey, Lenny, right on time. No, he greeted them with a very happy smile. We'll have our dinner in a while. No, Goofy's guest could hardly wait. Minnie said, oh, this is where I really need help. Minnie said, this will be great. I need a Minnie. Who wants to be my Minnie? 3, 2, no, just in your own voice, just anyone.
This will be great.
I mean, you could pitch your voice a little higher.
You said it in my own voice.
Well, I lied. Gosh, I'm sweating.
Such a voice actor.
You know. Okay, this will be great. Oh, now you're gonna have to say, oh, is this the end? No, it's not. He set the table for a king, a candle, napkins, everything. Somebody else. Jackson, you can have it. Go ahead. I need to bring you in. I should have brought you in as the store manager. So my apologies.
So you did a great store manager. Goofy's guest could hardly wait. Should I do the mini voice now?
If you want.
I'm incapable, but
try and fail. I don't care. Nah, just whatever you
said,
want.
This will be great. He set the table for a king, a candles, napkins, everything.
Perfect. Beautiful. Oh, when Goofy came in with a tray, they could not think of what to say. Well, dinner's ready. No, Goofy said. Peanut butter jelly. And bread. I didn't rhyme that well, because it should be like, well, dinner's ready. No, Goofy said. Peanut butter jelly. And bread. That sounded better. He told them of the feast he planned. Then Minnie said, okay, this is important. This is the end of the story. So Goofy makes some peanut butter and jelly super fast. And this is it. This is the ending. We got to carry it out strong. So Goofy makes some peanut butter and jelly, and then Minnie says something that is going to just make us all go, what a good story. So somebody carry us out strong. Who wants to do it? Come on, don't be shy. Lisa, go. Come on.
I can't see it.
Oh, God. Sorry. Okay.
Oh, do I have to just? This meal is grand. You know, we have such fun with you. We'll share a crust and love that too.
We'll love that too. And oh,
That was so funny. Good
yay.
job.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to bed
Job.
now.
That's cute.
Yeah, I thought it'd be fun.
Yay. That
I
was
love doing
great.
stuff like that. Oh, thank you. I thought that's fun, and I love sharing that kind of stuff, and why not, man? I think that's good
Why
stuff.
not?
Yeah. Okay. So stories. You want to go back to there? How do you guys feel?
Wait,
I'm done. I'm in a good place. I'm exhausted. It's all up to you. We can shut it down right here, right now. But if there's something on your heart, we can keep going.
So the key takeaway is to never let Goofy into a grocery store.
He's just trying to make a meal for his friends. Like,
Have $50
I think the
handy to
takeaway is
kick
Goofy.
out of your
Goofy's
store.
Goofy no matter where he is.
But
Goofy
like,
picked a good store. I like the $50.
I know. Nobody gives me $50. I don't go in the store, and when I get kicked out, they just kick me out. Nobody gives me money to leave. So I'm not at that level yet. I know.
definitely some life goals there, right?
All right. What do you guys think? Jackson, what do you think now?
I'm happy. I think this has been a fun little thing we did. Like this has been fun, and I like your reading was great. I think we shared some cute stories. Like I really enjoyed Lisa's. I think I'm happy. I don't know what everyone else thinks.
No, it's fun. We can do trivia sometimes too, or we can, do all kinds of different things. But cool. Well,
We have a
all right.
lot of great guests, and sometimes it's just nice to have a break and
Yeah.
talk amongst ourselves.
It is, and it's nice to let our listeners let them know who we are and what makes us unique and special, and our insights. I mean, they know that anyways. But still, it's fun. But
And now they know we actually like each other.
oh yeah, we don't.
Who knew?
They're like, all right, those guys over at
Oh,
Sharing the
they
Magic.
do.
And I
Hey,
had the
listeners,
best
we don't
time.
just tolerate each other; we actually like each other.
We
Crazy
made
story.
plans to hang out. Like we had the best time in the park last week.
Yeah,
We did.
That's
I know. I
It's
always
so
have
fun.
this. You guys all hanging out, and I'm like, I get FOMO. I'm like, I want to go. Maybe
You
someday
You
we
need to
will.
come on over.
Like and subscribe. We get 1,000 listeners, and maybe
Oh,
we
yeah.
build this thing up, and then everything
Buy
goes
Jeff
back into the
plane tickets.
podcast. There you go.
Here we go.
Well, I'm gonna just let's cash out, and we can keep talking amongst ourselves if we want, but just I think it's a good time frame, and just for what we did. And thank you everyone for listening. For our future listeners, our present listeners, I don't know if anyone's listening, but it was fun. It was fun, and thank you all for letting me read a book. That was I like stuff like that, and I love interviewing our guests. But there's always I don't get to just have fun like that. So it was a wonderful gift to me, and I hope it wasn't for the listeners. Hey, hope it wasn't too cringy, but I thought it was fun. I love listening to stories and good times.
Put it out there also. If they're listening on YouTube, drop your favorite stories in the chat.
There you go.
And next time we have, a spot, we can
But it
pull
better
some
be
of the
goofy.
questions in. Absolutely.
Or you all are going to have to do the voices. I have a limited range of voices, and anyways, but
There's our call to action. Go find all the goofy stories. and drop
I
them
have
in.
most of them. So I don't think there's a lot that I'd be like, oh yeah, I got that one. I could do it. And this one was like goofy heavy, like really in the voice. A lot of them aren't. A lot of them's just like narration. So if someone picked one of those, oh, you guys, then I'm like, you guys got to carry this book. So if we do it again. But thank you everyone for listening and to sharing the magic. Keep sharing the magic. Like, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. Thank you everyone for being part of our family.
And tell them to share it to at least 2 friends.
Yes. All right, Venery, you say that. Everyone's
Okay, I need to find 2 friends.
perfect.
I think you have 2 friends, Lisa. You have more than 2.
Yeah,
One,
let's
two,
hit a
three, four.
goal.
I got
Let's
4.
keep going.